Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
As a woman, you have the right to, most in the church, to be safe. And I don't feel safe there.
Eva Cervantes coming to KSAT Investigates with an accusation against a Leon Valley elected leader, saying she was sexually assaulted by him at church. That was a year ago. She had no idea there were previous complaints against Benny Martinez until she saw KSAT's previous reports. KSAT Investigates dives into her allegation tonight on the Nightbeat.
But first, we start here just when you thought we were out of the woods. Guess what? Coronavirus is making its presence known once again.
Yeah, and it comes right as our kids are getting ready to head back to school, where germs are sure to spread. The Night Team's Avery Everett shows us how San Antonio is seeing a spike this summer in COVID-19.
No one wants to spend the summer sneezing or coughing, but it's a reality that doctors are warning of, and that's because of rising COVID-19 cases across San Antonio.
Are we seeing an influx this summer?
We are seeing an increase in COVID cases this summer.
Across the third week of July, University Health reported 336 positive tests for COVID-19. Now that number jumped more than 100 cases from the previous week in July. Doctors say one concern is that mandatory reporting anymore is pretty slim.
It's been a bit challenging because we don't see as much data, as much information.
There's some issues with national and statewide reporting.
Summer surges are expected with people traveling across the country, but doctors say stopping the spread can be pretty simple.
Stay home if you're sick.
Wash your hands.
So, Avery, doctors are saying that this is the first big spike in COVID-19 since the CDC changed its isolation guidelines.
Yeah, and remind us what those guidelines are again.
Well, that happened all back in March of 2024. So this is the first big spike that we're seeing. It's expected with the summer, people traveling. But two big things. First, the CDC just says to stay home. Doctors say you should do this until at least 24 hours after your last fever or until your symptoms improve. And then it's really monitoring over the next 5 days. That means wearing a mask, keeping a good distance from others. All those practices we developed for years, we have to bring them back now that people are starting to see each other more and this virus is starting to spread once again.
I knew I shouldn't have thrown out my masks. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Avery. San Antonio, by the way, new on the Nightbeat, the floating barriers at our southern border can stay in place for now. That is the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruling tonight. It was around this time last year that Governor Greg Abbott installed those floating barriers in the Rio Grande as part of Operation Lone Star. The idea was to deter illegal border crossings. And ever since, there's been a controversial topic as well as the focal point of several legal battles. You can read more about tonight's ruling and what could come next on KSAT.com. Also new on the Nightbeat, a San Antonio airport police officer could be facing charges. This is Officer Ruby Tovar. She was arrested yesterday for driving while intoxicated. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office made the arrest just after 10 last night. Tovar off duty at the time. She's now on administrative duty. The airport police department is investigating.
Now we're learning more about a weekend shootout that sent a San Antonio police officer to the hospital and left a suspect dead. SAPD has identified the officer who was shot as Viviana Rodriguez. She's been with the force for 3 years. The suspect who was killed, he's been identified as 25-year-old Jorge Jose Chacon Gutierrez. Now, this happened on Sunday morning at the Icon Apartments over on Patricia Drive. SAPD Police Chief William McManus says that 3 officers were responding to a domestic violence call at that apartment when Chacon Gutierrez fired a rifle. That's when officers then returned fire and the suspect was killed. Officer Rodriguez was hit multiple times and needed surgery, and tonight we're learning that she continues to recover. Tonight, the city of San Antonio met virtually with community members to discuss safety concerns over recycling and salvage yards in the city. Leaders created a task force to review 2 codes that deal with violations and citations for metal recyclers. Tonight was the first of 2 meetings, and the second is going to be in person. That's going to take place tomorrow at 5:30, and we have the details for you on KSAT.com.
Now to our Investigate story. A once ousted elected official accused of sexual harassment but never criminally charged, now back in the spotlight, accused of a very similar incident, this time at a church.
We're talking about Leon Valley City Councilman Benny Martinez. A new woman says that Martinez rubbed her inappropriately while they were at church. Now, warning, just some of the details you're about to hear are pretty graphic.
As a woman, you have the right to, mostly in the church, to be safe. And I don't feel safe there.
Eva Cervantes says on July 30th, 2023, she was a volunteer camera operator for her church's telecast. Another volunteer was sent to help check a problem with her equipment.
Benny Martinez, who is in charge sometimes to check the cameras, he will go to the place where I was standing up.
It was during that interaction that Cervantes says Benny Martinez stood behind her in a tight space and rubbed his crotch on her.
I start focusing the camera and I just feel somebody behind me, and I could feel his penis, his private parts, obviously with the pants on, and I feel it, but I cannot move.
She was frozen in panic and shock.
The camera was on red, that means I'm live. I cannot move, and I was just there feeling him behind me.
Cervantes and her husband took their complaint to church leaders. She was told to stay quiet about the incident until they completed an internal investigation.
They asked us to be very private in this conversation and this issue, to don't share with nobody else.
In a statement to KSAT, the church said that out of respect for everyone involved, they promised to keep their conversation with her confidential while they reviewed the complaint. Martinez is a Leon Valley City Councilman. His city bio outlines his work as a broadcast engineer for his church ministry. Cervantes provided KSAT with his August 2023 email in which leaders of the church said they had initiated steps to keep Martinez away from her, including requiring him to give all people appropriate personal space while at the church. And signs were also placed requiring only one person to be behind the cameras. In February 2024, she filed this complaint with San Antonio police describing the assault.
You felt sexually harassed that day?
I felt very violated. I felt very uncomfortable. I didn't want to create waves and problems.
It sounded eerily similar to what Catherine Rodriguez described in 2018. The councilwoman was one of 6 people who filed formal complaints against Martinez. She accused him of sexual harassment. Other complaints allege he created a hostile work environment and other charter violations.
And I would tell any woman not to be afraid. If it's somebody that locally that had this, I will stand by you 100%. It's horrible to feel alone.
Rodriguez lost her seat and says she was called demeaning names.
I just knew I couldn't stay quiet because it was going to happen. It was going to happen to somebody else.
Martinez denied the sexual harassment claim. In 2019, Leon Valley City Council voted 2-1 to remove Martinez from office following a lengthy hearing for charter violations. That hearing only examined the alleged charter violations. It did not address the sexual misconduct allegation made by Rodriguez. Martinez later ran for office and was re-elected.
She is going on the record. This is a councilwoman in Leon Valley, Catherine Rodriguez. She is accusing her fellow council member, Benny Martinez, of sexual harassment. She's telling her story on camera for the very first time.
Cervantes says Rodriguez's story encouraged her to tell hers.
Then I was like, and then I'm not crazy. This happened to me. And people try to say, no, it was not that. Because it gets in a point like they start trying to doubt yourself.
You doubted yourself?
Yes.
Recently, Cervantes was removed from her volunteer job of 7 years. Comments made by church members make her feel like it was retaliation.
This is because of you, because what you say about Benny, because of the situation, you brought all this to yourself.
In a statement, the church declined to address her claim. It would not be appropriate for us to make further comments about our church members. We reached out to Martinez by email a couple of times and caught him over the phone.
You know for a fact that the stuff that Catherine accused me of, it was all lies. That was proven in the hearing. And this Eva stuff is all lies. It happened a year ago and nothing happened.
The Leon Valley Council did not prove or disprove the claim made by Rodriguez, saying the then councilwoman waited too long to file her complaint. He has always denied any wrongdoing, but declined to sit down with KSAT for an interview.
I'm not going to go there. I will not talk to you.
We reached out to San Antonio police for an update on Cervantes' complaint, and they said this case is still open and under investigation. The case is currently being investigated as an assault contact, as that is the most appropriate offense based on the description given by the victim. It's important to remind our viewers that Martinez has not been criminally charged in any of these allegations.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
In their comment, the church here that was involved said that they addressed the issue when they became aware of it and have not been contacted by local authorities, but they also said that they would cooperate if they are. At this time, KSAT has decided not to name that church since no legal action has been taken against that church in connection to Cervantes' claim.
Yeah, anyone who has experienced an assault needs someone to talk to can call the Rape Crisis Center. They have a 24/7 sexual assault hotline. That number on your screen right now, 210-349-7273. If you're going through something and you need free services, their motto is help, hope, and healing.
We want you to stick around because coming up, it's no secret that more people have moved to our KSAT 12 viewing area over the last few years. So you know what that means. More homes, more schools are being built. Next on the Nightbeat, we're going to take you to the big party tonight over at Medina Valley ISD. Welcome back. Now let's go to your Nightbeat News Flash. Delta Airlines lawyering up. The airline could be seeking potential damages from CrowdStrike and Microsoft after the global tech outages earlier this month. Who can forget those? If you remember, that caused a breakdown in Delta cruise tracking software. So the airline was scrambling to find pilots and flight attendants. One aviation analyst estimates that the software issue cost Delta anywhere between $325 and $475 million. Meta is going to pay the state of Texas $1.4 billion. It's part of a privacy lawsuit settlement over allegations that the tech giant used people's facial recognition without their permission. Attorney General Ken Paxton says this is the largest settlement a single state has ever secured. Officials with Meta, meanwhile, formerly known as Facebook, released a statement saying that they are pleased that the issue will soon be resolved. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Medina Valley ISD is growing, and tonight a big celebration held for the district's newest elementary school. KSAT crews were at that brand new Silos Elementary School tonight for the ribbon cutting ceremony. The Medina Valley High School band and cheerleaders there as well performing as families were invited to tour the Silo campus grounds. Silos will be the 6th elementary school to be added to the Medina Valley ISD, and they are growing out there. And speaking of school, we know parents and students are getting ready for classes to resume. KSAT here to help with back to school. If you scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen, it's going to take you to our website. There it is, where you can find a list of back to school events and giveaways happening between now and the first day of school.
Oh, yeah. I think some people are going back, in a few weeks already? Can't believe it. Okay, so we're talking about changes. We're getting ready for that, and maybe some hope for rain, Adam?
Yeah, a glimmer of hope for some rain down the line, especially as we get into the weekend. And we also have a lot of dust to talk about. I want to start with the dust. Let's get right to that. You may have noticed a little bit of a haze in the sky today. Nothing too drastic, but a bit of a haze. You see the big dust plume out there that just worked its way into Texas today. Well, it's thicker. Well, at least the thicker part of it is going to be moving overhead tomorrow. So you will notice even more dust tomorrow and even on into Thursday. Then by the time we get to Friday, it looks like that dust is going to clear out quite a bit and kind of scour out that hazy dust. Now, by and large, there's no impact. It's just extra haze and more vibrant sunrises and sunsets. Those with extremely sensitive respiratory systems sometimes could feel some impacts from this, but generally it's not going to be an issue for us. 30% chance of storms as we get into Sunday afternoon and evening, then down to 20% on Monday. I know that's a long ways away, but that's really our only glimmer of hope, and obviously it's not even that significant of a chance. But you look at the big picture and you see the big counterclockwise, or clockwise motion of the general flow around us with those clouds. That's because of the clockwise circulation around the high pressure in the northern hemisphere here, and that steering flow is deflecting all the active weather away from us because it's centered right overhead. This is going to move, and it's going to head westward over the Four Corners region, which means we have that steering flow out of the north. It's opening the door for some energy, and it looks like we'll have just a little bit as we get into Sunday and possibly even lingering into Monday. That's why we have those 30 and 20% chances there Sunday on into Monday. So nothing significant, but at least a little glimmer of hope after we had some good rain with the aquifer up over 8 feet since that rain. Best chances would be along and north of Highway 90 as we get into the latter half of the day on Sunday. But you see the real rain, the soaking rain, Great Lakes, and the entire East Coast. That's where the big potential is in this kind of a weather pattern. We also look to the tropics for rainfall, and we're watching this little wimpy cluster of thunderstorms that's headed to the northwest. It's not in a good environment now for development, but in the days ahead, in the next 3 to 7 days, it's going to get into a more favorable area for some development. So now there's a 60% chance of that developing into the next tropical system, a tropical depression, maybe a little bit more. Looks like interests on the East Coast need to pay close attention to that one. I don't think we'd get anything from it. It's like 100-degree days. We've had 12 so far this year. Not bad, especially when considered to this time last year we had 34. This time 2 years ago, in 2022, we had 50 100-degree days. Actually, we were a little below average again for our high today at 94. That's 3 degrees below average, and the record 105 set back in 2017. And for the most part, most of Texas was in the 90s. We do have the heat high overhead, but it's not especially strong. Upper 90s. Del Rio made it to 102, Laredo 100. One thing that helped us earlier today to keep the temperature down was a little extra morning cloud cover, which we'll have again to start the day, some of those early morning clouds, and then the hazy sunshine with the dust clearly overhead. 97 our high temperature, southeasterly breeze at 10 to 20, so a noticeable wind, and that's that humid breeze out of the southeast. Del Rio up to 103 tomorrow, Eagle Pass 102. Really more typical for this time of year, this kind of heat. The average high in August does rise up to 97 degrees. Climatologically, that's the warmest point of the year here in San Antonio. And this is quintessential late July, early August, where day to day you see maybe a degree or two change, and that's about it. So it's what we get this time of year. We were very fortunate over the previous week to actually have some good rain in a variety of temperatures, but the low clouds are going to be building in quickly. I think I even see them starting right now. That's another typical sign of this kind of weather pattern. The low clouds early in the morning, late at night.
Adam, thank you.
All right, Nick. KSAT's last day at Cowboys camp. Cowboys were in pads.
Yes.
And Larry gets to interview a real-life man of steel.
I mean, we're talking about an incredible day. Not only was it just incredible for our team, but also for the Cowboys themselves. Get some hard hitting. We're going to talk about that. Larry, he kind of hinted at it a little bit, interviewing a Steel alum, Terrence Steele, the offensive lineman for the Cowboys, as well as we're going to talk Texans. They're a couple of days away from their first preseason game. So make sure you guys stay with us.
And joining us tonight, Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman Terrence Steele from Steele High School. Terrence, I appreciate you taking some time with us
thanks
tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. So you're entering your 5th season in the NFL with the Cowboys.
Yep.
How are you feeling, and how are things going at camp so far?
Yeah, no, I feel great. It's the best my body's ever felt. Especially coming off the ACL, season last year.
Sure.
And my knee feels great right now. So, and the quality work we've been doing out here has been awesome since day one. Man, these guys, both sides of the ball, special teams, and they're flying around. Really, gelling pretty well right now. So it's been fun to be a part of it, fun to watch.
And how do you dig this weather out here? It's sunny, but it's cool.
Yeah, and it's literally perfect. You wake up in the morning, you can wear a sweatshirt if you want. In the middle of the day, it's just sunny and like 73. So you really can't beat the weather out here at all.
All right, so let's rewind a bit. Let's go back to your days at Steele High School. What do you remember about going to high school there and playing football?
Yeah. Definitely. That program has a good history of winning a lot of games. It was very prideful to be going to Steele, and my last name's Steele too, so I took a little extra pride in that. But man, it was an awesome program. the coaches down there, they love doing their job. You could feel it on the field with their passion and stuff. So just to be a part of that was really cool growing up, and I'm grateful for them. And they've had a lot of success since I left. Yeah, and it's been fun to watch. So
and you were coached by Coach Jinks and Coach Lenoff. Yep. Tell me about working under both those head coaches.
Yeah, no, both of them are really, really good head coaches. Coach Jinks left after my junior year. Handed it off to Coach Lenoff. Yep. And, man, I can't say enough good things about both of them. They both stayed in contact, when I was in college and now when I'm in the league. So they care about me as a person and how I'm doing on the field. So man, it's been awesome to be coached by those two men.
So we pulled up some of your old high school video on Huddle, and if I can get Photog Adam to bring that over here and show it to you, man, you were just pushing some of these kids around. Take a look at this video and just walk us through. Tell us, what you were, if you recall what you were thinking.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this. Yeah, I remember this play.
Do you?
Yep. So I was just blocking. I don't remember the team, but yeah, I just wanted to, I know the ball's come out to the left here, so I was just trying to take my D in as far as possible away from the play. Once I made contact, he was just going backwards, so I just kept running my feet. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I mean, you were a monster out there compared to some of these kids. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I was a big boy. Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't seen this in forever, so this is pretty cool to see.
And your quarterback then was who? LG Williams?
Williams,
right?
Yeah.
All right, you still keep in touch with a lot of those guys?
Yeah, he texted me like 5 days ago probably. Yeah, and I've definitely met with them, just outside of football and stuff. And just meeting up with those guys, man, it's been huge. Yeah, no, he's a cool dude for sure.
I got 2 more questions for you. What's it like working with and protecting Dak?
Yeah, no, Dak, I mean, talk about another great professional, ultimate, competitor, true natural leader. Yeah, man, it's just someone you want to be around, someone you want to protect. Man, I can't say enough great things about Dak, man. We all love Dak so much. He means so much to this, team, the community back in Dallas. Yeah, man, he's awesome.
And what will it mean to you personally to help the Dallas Cowboys finally win that Super Bowl they've been waiting to win for so many years?
Man, it would be a dream come true. I know a lot of people are just biting at the bit for us to get that. So just know, man, we're working our tails off to get there, and we will make it happen one day.
Awesome. Terrence, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Sir. Best of luck this season. Let's send it back to the studio and Nick Mantis.
Well, thank you, Larry. Coming up, we're talking Houston Texans before preseason game number 1. Stay with us.
All right, I want to make an apology right now. We're having some video issues with part of our sportscast, so we're going to call audible? We're going to call an audible here. Yeah,
and bring in our friend Adam Caskey so that he can give you another look at your forecast.
Well, and I want to check this out. The high temperatures, not just here, I talked about how we were 94 today, and most of Texas was in the upper 90s. Take a look at the heat high as it kind of bulges northward up into the country, making it to 99 in Wichita today. I mean, we were well into the 90s elsewhere, even off to the north. So really not a huge difference from what we had. Look at the rainfall since July 1st. We've had 4.25. That's nearly 2 inches above average. Nearly 2 inches above average. And for the year so far, year to date, we're 1 inch above average. This is officially at the airport. Another look at our rain chances coming up in a bit.
Educator of the Month.
Thank you.
Brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
Thank you for sticking around for us. We want to remind you that we're continuing our Educator of the Month nominations for this upcoming school year. Each month, one special educator is going to be recognized for the work that he or she does and will receive a $500 Visa gift card from First Mark Credit Union.
And this isn't just for teachers. Could be a bus driver that's made a difference, a custodian worker, a cafeteria worker, anyone who is making a difference at your school. Just scan the QR code on your screen to nominate your favorite educator for a chance to win.
And again, thank you for staying up with us. That does it for